Hello everyone, my name is Oksana. It's Road to Edoverse, weekly Edoverse Insider, the 55th. We deliver the news about the creation of our project Edoverse. And Tokugawa-san, could you please open the session as usual?
Okay, thank you, Oksana, and hello, everybody. This is Eihiro Tokugawa. For the next couple of sessions, I would like to talk about the daimyo, the so-called feudal lords. Roughly 300 of them reigned on parts outside of the shogun's direct dominion for 260 years. And there are roughly 300. And you see, so what were the daimyo? The definition is very prosaic. A samurai with more than 10,000 koku. That is a unit of rice, like I don't know how many 100 kilograms, and that should be the amount of rice one can raise from his dominion. So it's very interesting. It's not about how that daimyo came to his position or about his loyalty to the shogun, but for some reason, their fiefdoms were assigned to them quite randomly. If you look at the map quite casually. So, like you see, the Mori of Choshu. The Mori was the lord of Choshu, and they were the arch enemy of Tokugawa Ieyasu, the first shogun, in the decisive Battle of Sekigahara in 1600. But still, they kept a pretty large domain until the very end. And from that domain came all the revolutionaries of the Meiji Restoration. So was he there with a sizable domain because of his loyalty, or what? It's hard to explain at first sight. And then some of the most loyal daimyo, the daimyo most loyal to the shogun, had much smaller domains. And then they kept becoming the shogunal ministers. So they were working for the shogun full time. So there were several categories, and then their origins were different. And no one has actually done this, how should I say, like a zoology of the daimyo. So what type are they, how they came into being. But anyway, it was a quantitative concept. And you see, and this tells a lot about the nature of the Tokugawa shogunate, because this is like a post-Holocaust drama where mankind has to rebuild civilization from zero. Such was the trauma of Toyotomi Hideyoshi. That said, if you look at how the daimyo are distributed and also the geography of Tokugawa Japan, as when one thinks of French history, you actually need only to think about Paris. History of Britain, it's only mostly about London. But in the case of Japan, there's Osaka, and then Kyoto, and then Edo, and perhaps Nagasaki. So several centers of gravity from the very beginning. And this happens because of Japanese history. You see, people moved into, probably Kyushu, and then kept moving eastwards. And Edo is the easternmost center in Japanese history, which we stay today. Now, that said, so the main interest of the shogun was to keep control of Osaka, which is the real center of the Japanese economy. This was the case until as late as 1970, I believe. You see, and then in Kyushu, there were several important cities, but the most important was Nagasaki, because this was the only official trading port open to foreigners. But before that, there were about 100 tojinmachi, literally Chinatowns. So Kyushu was half Chinese, or at least most of its commerce was dominated by Chinese merchants in the 16th century, and could have stayed that way, and even more so had the Shimazu of Kagoshima unified Kyushu in 1586 or 7. And then Toyotomi Hideyoshi intervened. This is quite natural, as if you had Kyushu as another country with very strong Chinese influence, the Ming Empire back then the history of Japan would have been quite different. You see, so this kind of the blend of politics and geography you need to understand in order to understand Japanese history. And what is commonly misunderstood is that most Western textbooks about Tokugawa Japan mention this tension between all the daimyo, between the shogun, and all the daimyo from all farthest ends of Japan had to visit Edo once every 2 years. They stay in Edo half the time, and they stay in their own domain the other half, and they left their wives and children in Edo. So this has commonly been explained because the shogun wanted to weaken the daimyos. Because they have to spend a lot of money in order to come to the capital city. But the true reason may be quite the opposite, and also shared amongst all the daimyos. So this is, again, a post-Holocaust situation. They never wanted to have a civil war again. The best way to do so is that they all gather in one place, so they familiarize with each other. See, and then the other half of the time they had to spend in their domains because, well, otherwise the domains would stop paying taxes. Okay, so I'll get into more detail about this next week, and thank you very much. That's enough for today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tokugawa-san. And JJ, could you please join us? Hello.
Hi, hello. Thank you, Oksana. Hi, everybody. Yes, as you can see, the crypto market and the financial market is shaking now due to the shock of Silvergate banking and also Silicon Valley banking problem. They might go to bankrupt, I guess. So a lot of bank account holder run away from that bank, and anyway, it affects on the crypto market as well so much. Because of the USDC, it's controlled by a Circle company located in the US, put a lot of money, a lot of dollars onto Silicon Valley banking, so that the holders of USDC cannot, misunderstand that they cannot swap USDC to USD. So basically, USDC equal 1 USD is equal to 1 USD, right? But on Saturday and Sunday, USDC dropped around to 0.8 USD, which is already not stable token anyway. But after that, just last night or something, the top of Circle already announced that they can fully space for all of the USDC holders to swap to USD, and then now USDC is back to close to 1 USD. Finally, I'm so relieved to see that. Because our Zenny is only swappable to USDC, so we have nothing wrong, but the price dropped so much due to the SVB problem and also the risk of Circle. But imagine that basically they are dealing with stable coin, right? So they needed to keep their real asset, I mean USD, in a certain amount. So yeah. I have some experience. So for example, stablecoin, when it drops so much, then this is a huge chance because this is stablecoin. But sometimes like USD, Terra, it gets nothing. So yeah, a bit risky trading anyway. But I think we are getting back to normal, and then crypto market is maybe recovering quite soon. But on the other hand, the financial market is a little bit risky situation because this banking system could be like a systemic error. I don't know, systemic risk. So this banking is bankrupt, and this banking is bankrupt, and this banking is bankrupt. It's like a Lehman shock. Yeah, it reminds me of the time of Lehman shock. Yeah, but anyway. But in terms of Edoverse Foundation, we are trying to collect a lot of whitelist, which is supposed to be reaching 1,200 to 1,250. And then the Lands NFT and the Katana's NFT is going to be minted on March 28th to 29th. So please, keep an eye on getting those whitelists. Otherwise, you cannot get, another Lands NFT and Katana NFTs. And then also, as you can see, the Lights of a program can give you a huge opportunity to get Zenny by Katana's NFT and Lands NFT as well. And of course, Zenny itself. So we are trying to maximize our ecosystem even any shocks happen to our cryptocurrency market, financial market, that's okay. Maybe we can overcome. And also, we are going to we just start negotiate with certain famous SEX. I mean, Central Exchange, so big and so famous in Asian region. So I'm happy if we could provide good news to all over the Edoverse. Yeah, that's enough. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, JJ. And we also have Mitsushi with us today. Hello, how are you doing?
Hi, hello. I'm good. As the previous speaker explained that, the financial crisis caused by Silicon Valley Bank is deleterious over cryptocurrency industry, especially the stablecoin or the token that people believe to be stablecoin is no longer actually stable. Like DPEC is happening right now. So, but the point is that but there are many. On the inside of the crisis, there are many chances for people to generate a profit out of buying stablecoin to some extent. Moreover, the on top of this kind of unfortunate news, there are many positive news about crypto wallets. There are many corporations that are developing crypto wallet, like private wallets. So on top of MetaMask, there are many great useful private wallet for users. For example, AU created a private wallet. You don't have to generate a secret key. Generating secret key is the most difficult point for users to generate wallet or create accounts for wallet. But for some technology or some useful scheme, the AU now overcame the problem. So the AU wallet doesn't require users to generate secret key. So users don't have to take memo or a 7 or 11 recovery phrase in their notes. So I think that's very important. So what I want to say is, if a lot of corporations develop great wallet, that means the penetration of Web3 is accelerated. So a lot more people start to access Web3 products. So I think this is great advantage for us as well as a project. When we provide Zeni or Koban or different kind of tokens, more number of people will eventually access those tokens and engage with transaction. So I hope this a wallet battle, the creation of a wallet battle in market will continue to be accelerated. I think that's the most important element of Web3 penetration, especially countries like Japan. A lot of people still don't have literacy about trading cryptocurrency. Not just creating accounts in cryptocurrency exchange. It's important for users to have wallet in their hands. So I think that I hope that trend continues, and that's advantageous for our project as well. So I think there are unfortunate news and fortunate news, but I hope overall we want to sort of take advantage of this great issues or trend for accelerating our projects as well. That's all from me as a summary of this week. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Mitsushi. And Martin, what you can say today, your opinion about everything was spoken today?
Yes, well, I'm very interested in the topic of daimyo, because a lot of us are going to be daimyo in the Edoverse. So I think for Edoversians, finding out what the status means, what our kind of daily lives would be like, and all that kind of good stuff is going to be very exciting. So I'm looking forward to the next couple of weeks where Tokugawa-san is going to enlighten us on that, or go deep, let's say. Yes, obviously regarding SVB, it looked like very bad news on Friday, but over the weekend, the Treasury and the Fed, issued a statement. They're making an intervention. They will protect the assets of all depositors. So unfortunately, the investors, the shareholders might not get their money back, but I think in terms of the startup companies that have a lot of their assets in there and smaller, just retail consumers, it's not too bad. And obviously, we're hoping that it's not going to be on the same scale as the Lehman shock or anything else. But even in that case, institutions intervened and the impact wasn't too bad. So I mean, I'm sure a lot of people were affected. I'm sorry if that offends you, anyone, but I think there is a kind of degree of insulation here. But also, I think that could have the effect of encouraging more people to seek alternatives to traditional banking. not that SVB is a traditional kind of bank, but it's going to make people think, well, maybe I should have some of my assets in cryptocurrency. And obviously, Zeni and Katana is a fantastic option for a lot of people. And with a very solid backing that we've got here at Edoverse, I think it might encourage more people to look into it. So fingers crossed that's the case. The president is going to make a statement later in the afternoon, Monday their time. So probably by night we'll know more. But I think I'm relatively optimistic. I don't think it's going to cause a stock market crash or any further ramifications. So let's see. But that's all from me this week.
Thank you very much, Martin. And Dominique, could you please sum up today's session?
Okay, thank you, Oksana. Everybody was really concerned about the situation, particularly in the USDC the last week. But it was actually really normalized at the moment, but we don't know what's going to happen next. But still, only just we found that our problem over Zeni, no problem, but our exchange, Bitmart and the other three exchanges that were listed, Zeni was listed, but those pairs actually we just selected USDC just versus Zenis because I thought that we thought that Zeni is one of the most the safest stable coin in the world because even just much bigger stable coin, the USDT. We thought that USDC is much safer than the USDT, but this time that we thought that the safest USDC just coming in a crisis, and then even just we tried to just exchange, but we couldn't make it at that time. But it's normalized now, but we have to be really careful. So as DJ mentioned, we are really seeking the next step down a much higher the central exchange, the listing for the Zenis now. It's in a process. It's coming very soon, but we have to think about a pair. Because we have only the Zeni versus USDC, but maybe I think the next time but should be a Zeni versus USDT, or maybe others BUSD. But we have to just really think about this situation. We need to diversify. We need to diversify a lot of things just to reduce the risk just in our ecosystem of the Edoverse. But I'm very happy that actually it seems as everything normalized, and then we can just do whatever, and then hope that the Zeni market is going to be recovered in the future, because we still in the process of the market cap targets campaigns that we have now. That is rights offer program, and we need we're really high a target in the 5 times more, just bigger than the current situation. But if we can just reach to 5 times much bigger with the market cap in the futures, we can share Zeni for every stakeholders, and I'm very happy to achieve it in very near future, and then we can just enjoy that sharing and our Zenis. And then we now, of course, we every day, every staff in Edoverse is working very hard just doing the gaming stuff, tokenomics, and also 3D space development, and also real world marketing, because this is the Edoverse. We have the real sort of Japan nationwide operation we need. We start contact with the local authorities and the Japanese temple to just introduce into the Edoverse to promote Japan itself to everybody in the world. And at the same time, now we are actually increasing our correspondent, the overseas correspondents. Of course, the major part of our development places in Tokyo and also states, and then we have a marketing the quarter in Tokyo too. But we have a correspondent city. We have a correspondent in Korea, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Portuguese, Italy, And also now we have a Canada. And then we have a Toronto part that we have at the moment, but actually we want to just add a city in Vancouver too in the future. So still that we only just an American US our basis basically that the Sequin just they're actually creating just all this all our ecosystem just for us just in a 3D space, but it's at the same time that Sequin is actually the growth company just in the industry that we just collaborate with the Sequin just to just expanding in the US marketing too in the futures. So I really just want to see that the global operation with Edoverse in the futures, and then we just want to expand these operations. So Edoverse is basically it's really no problem. Even just it's those kind of the USDC stuff, the crisis is coming up actually that we're just every day expanding. So please join that the whitelist. Now expansions. Now we're just having that in the events now just toward the end of March. We want to just the mint all the Demon land NFTs and also Katana too. So please just join that Discord and the Twitters that to just having this whitelist, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And should we remind about Monthly Insider?
Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, yeah, the 16th March, and this week, we have a Thursday at 12:30. We start Monthly Insider with Edoverse, and then we just explained about our situations and also our order program and also our futures.
Yes, please join us.
Okay.
Yes, thank you very much, everybody, for speaking today, and we will meet next week. And of course, at the Monthly Insider as well. Goodbye.
Oh, see you on Thursday. Thank you.
Thank you.